Hello everyone and welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Prosecutor's Gambit, where we are now the protege under the wing of Mr. Fender. He's letting us have a go at it.
What? Why?
Let's just say I'd rather not roll the dice on someone I don't know, yeah? Huh? And I thought adults were all supposed to be strong and brave. Heh. Well, you're not looking so brave yourself right now, so let's call it even. Here they come. Hello, hello, yes, hello. Why do you look familiar? Hold on. I hear you wish to speak with me. Not exactly the hardened criminal we were expecting, is he?
My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a public prosecutor.
A prosecutor, you say? Wait, no. Eddie Fender, attorney at law. What happened to being too scared to handle this? Well, listen, sorry about my pal here. He gets the weirdest ideas. Prosecutor, indeed. That'll be the day. He's actually just an associate. Right, we just blew our cover. Jeez, Miles, get a grip, will ya? Ah, he's right. Mustn't forget that I'm a defense attorney's assistant for the time being. Ah, that explains it. I did think you looked a little different from the prosecutor I spoke with yesterday. He's already spoken to Winner.
Would you mind answering a few questions?
No, of course not. I'd be delighted. The name Saw It. Frank Saw It. Wait. Oh, shoot. Was he the guy from the very first trial in the very first game? Right, he's the one who framed Larry. Right? Or am I thinking of a different guy? So, my poor wife is stuck. She finished the first game, and now she's playing the second one. She's stuck at the circus trial. But I'm pretty sure I remember helping with this. The witness is all yours, my young associate. Sure, have the intern do everything. Why not? Come on, that's just the way the world works.
Mr. Sott, you are no doubt aware that a murder took place yesterday. Would you mind telling us where you were at the time the body was found?
Yes, I was in the workshop there, working as one might expect.
What kind of work were you doing?
Well, I'm actually retraining at the moment, hoping to become a stylist, you see. A pet stylist, that is. Yes, so I've been studying hard and practicing every moment I can. An unusual field of study befitting an unusual prison, I suppose. That's it. I certainly didn't see anything. Interesting, I've barely asked him anything at all and he's already sweating bullets. So, yes, I'm afraid I won't be able to help you, sorry.
Hold it!
No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Sott. This interview has only just begun.
I mean, even if you were to ask me.
You know something, don't you?
That's... He's definitely hiding something. I'll need to push him a little harder if I'm to get any answers. Oh, we're doing this, okay.
The first step is to analyze the situation. Let's take a look at our opponent.
Oof. I didn't see anything. I really can't help you, I'm afraid. Something tells me he'd be a good poker player. It's hard to tell much at all from his face. I don't think he'll be giving me much in the way of physical cues either.
I'll rely solely on his words instead. It's the only way I'll know what's going on underneath. Alright, time to make my first move. Let's see who we're dealing with here. He may be good at hiding his emotions, but everyone has a tell.
Alright.
Tell me, what's your connection to this incident?
Which incident? The murder? Oh, well, it has nothing at all to do with me. Nothing.
Really?
I wouldn't dream of getting involved in anything as ghastly as that. Well, you see, how can I put this? Well, I'd like to think of myself as an upstanding citizen, a good person, if you will. If you don't have anything to ask me, I do need to be going.
Perhaps a little more proactivity is called for.
Oh, that hurt. Hold on. I just need it. Yep.
Forgive me, Mr. Sot, but under normal circumstances, good people do not tend to end up in prison.
See, I originally interpreted that as like a model prisoner, but that makes more sense. That's...
So you do well to tell me what you know about the incident.
How many times do I have to tell you people? I don't know anything. See if he flounders a little bit more. Sorry, I don't know what more to say, but I can't help you.
My apologies, Mr. Sot. But considering that the incident occurred right here in the prison, I find it very hard to believe that you know nothing at all.
Well, yes, I suppose I can see how it might seem unlikely, but it's true. If you're looking for the person who found the body, you'll have to look elsewhere.
Ooh, why do you think I'm looking for the person who found the body? No, I certainly never mentioned any such thing to you. Ha ha ha, got him! This is because you know something you're not telling me after all. Got him!
No, I just sensed that's who you might be looking for, that's all. I'm simply a pet stylist in training. I don't know anything, truly.
There's no doubt about it now, this man is hiding something big. In which case, let's find out what he did yesterday, the day of the incident.
Okay. Yeah, there we go.
My opponent is very good at hiding his true feelings, but not for long. It's time to smash that mask of his and see what lurks behind that phony smile.
Alright.
Tell me about the day of the incident. If you really don't have anything to do with the murder, then you have nothing to hide, right?
Oh, well, the day of the incident. Oh, gosh, I mean, so much happened. What were you doing?
I want to know what you were doing, Mr. Sot, in detail.
I told you I'm a pet stylist in training, and that's what I was doing yesterday, training. Specifically, I was giving the animals a trim.
You didn't notice any commotion at the time of the incident.
Wait, that's already kind of suspicious.
I would imagine things were suddenly quite tumultuous around here.
Oh, well, commotion, you say? No, not really. Maybe I heard someone, but... Are they screaming?
You heard someone. Was this someone screaming by any chance? Don't try to tell me you don't remember. You continue to assert you know nothing about the incident, Mr. Sot, but I'm afraid I don't believe a word of it.
Ooh, alright. Yeah. No, I thought I heard someone yelling, but I don't really remember.
The fact that he heard a scream at the time of the murder may well prove to be a useful clue. It would do well to bear it in mind.
Alright, tell me about the day of the incident. The day of the incident. If you don't have anything to ask me. Alright, hold on. How are things in the prison?
What was it like here in the prison yesterday morning?
I really don't remember. I don't have the best memory, I'm afraid.
Time to deploy my clue.
Yep.
You don't remember, please. You literally just confirmed that you heard a scream.
Oh, but I might have been mistaken. The truth is I don't really remember.
Your memory fails you yet again. How convenient. But I know you're lying, Mr. Sot.
How dare you talk like that to me? I mean, I'm not lying. Let's see if he... Look, if you must know, when I'm working with animals, I get in the zone. They're all I see.
I don't understand you have something of a talent for animal grooming, then.
Well, my scissor technique could use a little work, but... just gonna move on. I'd say I'm quite good with the animals. They seem to like me. I'm especially good at calming them down when they get scared.
Scared? When exactly do they get scared?
Oh!
Surely it doesn't happen very often.
Well, no, thankfully it doesn't. A scream would certainly frighten them.
A loud scream would certainly frighten the animals, wouldn't it? Why are you going to such lengths to deny having heard the scream? What is it you're hiding, Mr. Sot? Tell me.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I can assure you I'm not hiding anything. I admit I really did hear somebody scream, but I'm not hiding anything, I promise.
The mask is finally beginning to crack. Now to shatter it completely by asking about the scream itself in more detail. I'm afraid you're about to learn a painful lesson, Mr. Sot. The hiding things from me never ends well for my opponent.
When did you hear the scream? When did you hear it? We'll just go with when.
When did you hear this scream?
Oh, wait. Now I remember. I forgot about the show. They put on a show for us prisoners around the time of the incident, you see. Yes, performing animals, if I remember correctly. That's where I was in the morning.
So now you wish to claim that you didn't hear a scream because you were at the show. You do realize it goes completely against everything you've told me so far.
What are you going to do about it, huh? That is, my memory is patchy, as they say. Someone seems to be hopping mad. Let's see if he says anything else. The animal show really had to be seen to be believed.
It did, didn't it? Tell me, what kind of animals did you see?
Let me think. A whale? Yeah.
Enough of your lies. You were nowhere near the show, were you?
Yeah. I saw that pop up. I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
Well, I seem to remember being there, but maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. Because wasn't this show something else entirely? Like, from the minute he said it was an animal show, I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
It's clear Mr. Sot wasn't at the show. This feels like a vital clue.
Who did you hear screaming? All right.
Who did you hear screaming?
Oh, wait, I just realized I made a mistake. When the incident happened, I was out in the yard. Yes, so I didn't hear anyone screaming. No, not at all. What?
Time to deploy my clue.
You weren't at any show.
How long are you planning to keep up these lies? I already know that you weren't at the show.
Yeah.
The game's up, Mr. Sot. It's high time you told me the truth. I demand to know about this scream now.
I can't tell you what I don't know. I didn't hear any scream. Not from the person who found the body. Wait, what? Wait, it wasn't the victim who screamed? Yeah, that's weird.
How curious. Most people assume that the scream had come from the victim.
But you seem to know otherwise.
So then why do you think it came from the person who found the body?
Yeah, I made a mistake, that's all.
How, Mr. Sot? How did you know that it was the person that found the body who screamed?
Because you're the victim. Because you're the one who found the body.
Shall I tell you? You knew because it was you who found the body. The scream that we heard when the incident occurred didn't come from the victim. It came from you.
Got him. Yeah. How did you... It's true, I admit it, but what gives you the right to treat people like this?
Checkmate.
Checkmate. Got him. I gotta do a quick BRB. Alright.
Now that we've established that you were the one who found the body, Mr. Sot, I believe you have lost any standing you might have had to withhold your cooperation.
Alright, you win. But I'm sure you won't have anything useful to tell. Won't have anything useful to tell you. It probably isn't even worth your time.
That's not for you to decide. But by my hand, the truth will be revealed. Every decision I make is to ensure that end.
Except that's not exactly what we're here to do, is it?
What do you mean?
We're not trying to expose the truth. We're trying to save Simeon. That's what we do now, remember? We work to get our client out of trouble. Not as a prosecutor, but as a defense attorney's assistant. You know what the K-Meister said. You need to listen to the kid more, you know? The client has requested the services of Edgeworth & Co. And as your old man always said, your relationship with your client comes before everything else. So if you think Mr. Saint's well-being is taking a backseat to some quest for the truth, well, let's just say I don't like to fire people, so I need you to fight against your instincts a little harder, yeah? This will take some getting used to.
In any case, the importance of this man's testimony remains unchanged. Therefore, Mr. Sot, I'm asking once more, what happened when you found the body?
Finding the corpse. I was in the workshop there by myself practicing what I'd learned. I don't remember how, but I found myself in front of the door to the other workshop. I happened to peek in through the little window, and then I saw him lying there, a man not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself screaming in sheer terror. Okay.
Let me get this straight. The room you were in is next to the one where the corpse was found.
Yes, that's right. I was in workshop B.
You were there the whole day.
Yeah, there's a log for it, probably. Yes, from 7 a.m. roll call onwards. There are 3 roll calls a day, you see. 7 a.m., noon, and 9 p.m.
They check who's in the workshops during roll call, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Nothing was reported to be amiss at 7 a.m., which means that Knight's body wasn't in the workshop yet at that point. Okay. 7 a.m., noon, and 9 p.m. The victim's body had not been found at the time of the 7 a.m. roll call. Guess that means the murder took place after 7 a.m. Which puts it right around the time the show is happening. Yes, was a show. I remember the other prisoners going to see it.
Therefore, anybody who wasn't at the show has no alibi. Would that be a fair assessment, Mr. Sawit?
I guess so, but I only found the body, I swear. There's a clear contradiction in Mr. Sawit's testimony. Rooting it out should be my first priority. Myself practicing what I learned.
What exactly are you practicing?
How to be a pet stylist, of course. Model prisoner, after all. It keeps saying. Okay, that's weird.
You found yourself there, really?
That's right. And then I found myself peeking through the little window in the door.
Why did you think to do that?
Gosh, I don't know. I just found myself doing it, really.
You clearly weren't concentrating on your work, then.
No, that's not true. I'm a model prisoner. It's just all the other prisoners had gone to watch the show. I guess I was, well, kind of lonely. Like being stuck at school after everybody else has gone home, huh? Yes, exactly like that. Anyway, I found myself in front of the door to the other workshop and... Okay.
Does that mean you didn't get a good look inside?
No, I couldn't. The window was not only small, but it had bars over it, you see. Not exactly a panoramic view. They're just so the guards can check what's going on, right? That's right, yes. You're a very knowledgeable young lady. You bet! I guess you could say I know a little something about prisons now, too. I have to remind myself to address this newfound interest later. Anyway, yes, I peeked in through the little window in the workshop door.
Hold it!
Okay.
Could you tell right away if it was a man or woman?
He was clearly a man. His physique, his clothes. It was also very clear that he was dead.
You could tell just by peeking through the little window.
Look, let's just say, this wasn't my first dead body. What? What? You mean, you're in prison for... To my eternal shame, yes. This was, however, the first time I'd seen another person's handiwork up close, so...
Hold it!
I believe that.
Do you recall how exactly you screamed, any words you might have used?
No, I only remembered that I screamed.
Folks don't tend to remember much when they're busy crying out in terror, Miles.
Exactly, so yes, I screamed, that's all I remember. He presented himself as an innocent bystander, but nothing could be further from the truth. Given what he is, things couldn't have happened as he claims. The contradiction in his testimony is clear as day. Just need to present evidence that proves it. So I know what I want to present, I'm just not entirely sure where. I don't remember how, but I found myself in front of the door to the other workshop. Is it here? Because... there it is.
Objection!
Yeah, there we go. Okay, that was the one.
Enough of these pathetic lies, Mr. Sawit. I'm afraid you've rather lost sight of what you are.
Yeah, what I am. I know precisely what I am. I'm a former newspaper salesman who's training to be a pet stylist. Yep, okay, that's the guy.
But that's not all you are, is it? Or did you forget the bracelet you wear around your wrist? The bracelet that marks you as a prisoner and therefore unable to move around as you please. We both know stepping outside that door would have sounded an alarm.
Well, that's...
But there's no way you could have looked into the other workshop without leaving the room you were in.
Yeah.
Howee! Stylishly done, Ed Giroux.
But does that mean Mr. Sot couldn't have found the body then?
Good question, Kay. Perhaps Mr. Sot himself can explain.
So actually, I may have forgotten to mention one very important detail. Sorry about that. I can explain exactly how I was able to see the body if you'd like.
By all means, go ahead.
Oh boy, here we go. There's a little trick we prisoners know about, you see. As long as you leave your bracelet inside the door, you can lean out without triggering the alarm. And that's how I was able to peek through the window and into the workshop next door. What? Inside, I spotted the victim's dead body, which made me scream in fright. So he's saying he was able to take a look next door because he had kept his arm inside Workshop B as he leaned out. Please don't tell anyone about our little trick, especially not the guards. Please. Is this it? Is this all he was hiding? I'd better dig a little deeper into his testimony, just in case.
Tell me some more about this trick, Mr. Sot.
Of course, it's quite simple, really.
Hold it!
I mean, that makes sense.
I suppose this allows you to enjoy a little taste of freedom.
It does. To be honest, it's one of the few things that brings me joy anymore.
A rather surprising source of joy, but real breaking isn't exactly a demonstration of remorsefulness, is it?
Oh, but I am remorseful. I always am. I'm a model prisoner, after all. You need to suspect that he doesn't know what a model prisoner actually is.
So you use this trick to peek through the window.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, I made sure the guard wasn't looking and leaned out into the corridor.
Hold it!
Why did you make so much of an effort just to take a look?
Well, you see, I heard noises coming from the next door. And that room was supposed to be empty, so I thought it was strange.
You went to look as soon as you heard these noises?
Yes, of course. I had to see what was going on, so I went right away.
I see.
Any problems with what Mr. Sot just said? Yes.
You claimed you looked into the next room as soon as you heard some noise. If that's the case, you must have seen more than just a dead body, because the person who made the noises should have been there too.
That's You've got him quaking in his boots, Mr. Edgeworth.
Mr. Sot, tell us the truth about what you saw. You do, of course, have the right to remain silent, but it will do little to dispel the notion that you were somehow involved in this crime.
I'm sorry. I did see something else, but it's too insane to believe. I really thought I might have dreamt it, and that's why I wasn't sure if I should mention it.
Just tell us what you saw.
Alright. It was that dog. What I saw is the stuff of nightmares. That huge black dog. I'd sunk his terrible teeth into the victim's throat.
What did you just say?
It was hellish, utterly hellish. He's the beast, the awful beast. He killed him. Suddenly I don't feel so good.
Yeah, jeepers creepers, that's awful. Talk about traumatizing.
It was dreadful, horrible. Now you know I couldn't help but scream. So there's a man-eating dog in the prison animals population, is there? He doesn't seem to like me very much. And that really is everything, I promise. You believe me, don't you?
For now. This one seems too far-fetched to lie, even for you.
Wait, what?
I'd like you to append what you just told us to your testimony, if you don't mind.
Very well. Uh-huh.
Hold it!
You're sure this black dog was biting the victim's throat?
Yes, there's blood everywhere. The beast's mouth was dripping with it, and...
Whoa, spare us the gory details, will ya?
What about the victim? Was he...
Eek! Don't say it! Do you really need to ask him that, Mr. Edgeworth?
Okay, what was that punch for? I'm on your side here.
He wasn't moving at all. He was just lying there. Meaning he was already dead. There was so much blood just oozing from his neck. Oh, he was dead as a doornail, I'm sure of that. Not even the twitch of a finger, just lifeless.
Eek, enough already. Why do you have to go into every little detail like that?
Because we asked for every little detail. To give you a nice and accurate testimony. That is what you want, isn't it? Shall I add what I've said to my testimony, Miss? Shall I add what I said to my testimony?
Please do.
It was awful, I tell you. Terrible. Just lifeless. I don't know what to do with that.
You paint a very vivid picture.
Well, I had front row seats, I suppose. I could almost feel the agony of the poor man's final moments. I don't think I'll be getting any sleep tonight, Mr. Edgeworth.
You won't. Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, and it's all your fault for pressing him for more gory details. I'll be having nightmares tonight myself. It's still so fresh in my memory. Wait. What do I have? Something... Yeah. Pink Sword and Workshop A. Wasn't that where he was? No. I'm gonna press this because I don't know. I thought for some reason I thought I had evidence.
The snowflake motif in relief. You seem to have a very clear memory of this ring, Mr. Sot.
Well, I used to go door to door selling newspaper subscriptions, you see. I had to take people at a glance, their appearance, their mood, that sort of thing. And figuring out exactly who you're dealing with is the first step in any sale.
Except in this case, you were figuring out a corpse.
What can I say? Force of habit. One has served me very well in my sales career, if I do say so myself.
Even so, you seem to have remembered things to an uncanny level of detail.
I suppose. Nevertheless, it's true. I remember the ring, the relief, all of it. What he's saying even plausible, though? Perhaps I should take another look at the condition of the victim's body as we found it. I know what I saw, Mr. Edgeworth, and my eyes don't lie.
So Knight was bitten in the throat by a dog that lives here in the prison. Not the most plausible of explanations, I have to say.
Well, they do say pets take after their owners. But there are some things they shouldn't take after, not if they're supposed to help reform their owners. Otherwise, what's the point of having an animal therapy program? I should probably ask Mr. Sot a little more about this dog. Alright, we will do that in the next episode. Figure out what we need to do here. Now I'm so confused as to what happened. I feel like the dog is being set up, obviously. Was the dog trying to help? That's my guess. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.